failing, you're learning. The only thing that it will be a failure, is it will be a mistake, is if you didn't learn or apply what you have learned. In terms of failing, for sure, all of us already felt that level of failure, or that emotion we call failing, right? It can be disappointing, rejection, or even someone that you fail, or career of yours. It's when we talk about failing, it always have this feeling of, automatically it's discouragement, right? It's always the end of the world, or more often it's always the end of the world. It's the end of the day for us. We can't get up. But of course, in this age of us, or in this social media, in this generation of us, there's a lot of already legends or influencers that has already shaped what failing is, right? Which is, failing is really about growing. And don't be afraid to fail, because that's part of growing, being successful. You can call it being a champion, winning in life, right? So that's great in this generation, because in terms of failing, but the reality is, even though there's that word failing has been defined by many people already in a positive way, we can't help still that whenever we fail, we still have this feeling that come up short, right? Because that's a reality. We come up short, whether we didn't do our research in our pitch, and then the client didn't agree with it, or didn't book the deal, or whether you're trying to reach a metric of yours in your workplace and it didn't reach at the end of the month, or plainly just studying and then didn't get the grade that you want, and or a relationship of yours that you're trying to close the gap, but you end up still in the same situation. And yes, we know that you will still grow, and we know that, right? And we literally know that. Just so happened that in terms of failing, I couldn't stress this enough. It's really part of it, right? And the main thing that, as I help, and that's my hope and prayer, that, and I hope I'm getting this message, that what I want to really just deliver right now is, failing is a must, and applying the lesson is also a must. Because when you didn't apply what you need to apply, it's going to be just a cycle. It's going to be a cycle. So I remember trying to learn a skill of mine, and I would say I'm thinking what I'm gonna share, because of course I've learned a lot of things. I tried to learn a lot of things, but I'm a people pleaser, so I tried to learn as much as possible. I try to please people, and one of the things which is super not a good model, and trying to grow with it. But I remember before trying to. I know that I have this. I think. I think because I've grown with my siblings, I got a lot of genre in terms of music. So I gotta learn, oh, gotta know what do they like, because they have different music. There are music that we commonly like. But there is some music that they like this, their genre that they know about this, and then I kind of know somehow because I have this feeling that if I pursued being a DJ, I can be, because I have wide variety of genres. So, and in terms of music, I'm not great at it. Even you can, if you're in, you can cross out singing, you can cross out all the instruments. But I have this kind of, I kind of hope that I could have spent some time, but you need to prioritize some things, right? So, but I've loved drumming. I love doing guitars. So, but when I tried to learn those instruments, I failed many times, and that's where I get the, because in terms of playing an instrument, for those who are playing instrument, it's really fulfilling if you, or one of the things that gets you to playing those instruments, because you want this certain specific music to play, right? You want to perfect it, you want to be able to play just like other people are playing, or person's playing, or especially, of course, the original one, or the one that you've listened to. You want to be able to play it, right? That's the reason why you're motivated, you're inspired to learn that specific instrument, or let's say chord, or let's say a set of a drum roll or anything. So that's why, and I got that in playing an instrument, that it's okay for you to fail, right? As long as you're doing those failure time or moments, and it's those, when you fail fast, you learn fast. Of course, if you need to apply it right away, you try to discipline, try to repeat those to master it. Something about failing fast is also learning fast. And, one example also is in terms of doing YouTube, right? Doing videos. I have heard this, that any skill that you would like is learnable. There's science into it. Just need to apply it. And that's why, in terms of upskilling or learning a skill, you don't underestimate what you can do in a couple of weeks or months, because you're learning. Or we overestimate it, rather, not underestimate. And we underestimate what you can do within a year or 5 years or 10 years. Because, sooner or later you'll be better. Unless you don't learn what you have learned, because you will grow, you will normally grow. You will know the things that need to be improved. What are the things, what are the people is saying, what are their feedbacks, what are your feedbacks to yourself, all this stuff. So that's why, in terms of failing, it's really important for us to fail fast. That's what. And as you fail fast, you will learn fast. Right? So don't be afraid of failing. Rather, get yourself into failing fast. So that you will learn fast and you won't have any room to entertain that emotion of when you fail. Yeah, you will be discouraged because automatically you will be discouraged. That's common. But, as you fail fast, you will learn fast, and you won't even think of being discouraged. Rather, you will be in love of failing in a right way, failing forward, as John Maxwell said. Because that's how you go to the peak of the mountain. You only go to, because life is uphill. It's uphill, right? And there's no time for us to self-pity. Process fast. There's nothing wrong with processing, but process it fast. And then learn fast so that you will experience what is in the other side of failing, which is, of course, being successful. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Bye for now.